right, so we are leaving my apartment and headed to the airport. Father is ahead with many more bags. So I'm at the JFK airport. I have to get on a shuttle to go to my next terminal. So I am boarding my plane to Ghana. I am so excited, like so excited. It was a little hectic and I look crazy, but all worth it. Was definitely very hectic, but I am finally on the plane. I did pay extra for this seat, but it's okay. I had to have a window seat. But yes, it's a 10-hour flight. We land about 8:15 in the morning. Okay, just an update. We had to deplane the plane because there was something going on with the hydraulics. I am so hurt. Everyone's hurt. I'm tired.
That ground crew should be ready very shortly. We'll be able to push back and get underway. Our flight time now is 9 hours and 44 minutes. We'll go fast. I know many of you are eager to get there, so we'll do the best we can to shorten the distance if possible.
That smile on your face makes it easy to trust you.
Hey guys, so I just made it into my dorm. I'm in a hostel. It's very hot, but it's actually not even too bad today. I'm pretty smelly. I would love to take a shower. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys my room a little bit. And that's my room. It's like that. But yeah, it's very basic, simple, and it's not too bad. So yes. So far it's been 1 week today that I'm recording this, that I've been here, and let me just say I'm absolutely in love with it. Like absolutely in love with it. It's beautiful here like no other. The people are beautiful and so friendly and so welcoming, and the food is amazing, and that's just everything in a nutshell. So I got here and I just hit the ground running. So far I've been to, I think my first day, mainly walked around campus. The campus is so huge. I kid you not. There are some places where you can take a taxi to get to one place to another because it is so big. I still don't know my way around at all, but a lot of the students have no problem helping you. My second day, actually, we didn't even have classes. So we decided it was a beach day, which I didn't know it was taboo to go to the beach on like a Tuesday. It's usually like a day for rest. So we went to Bojo Beach and it's absolutely beautiful. There were horses, we were playing sand volleyball, having drinks, dancing. We had a good time. So we actually took the Trotro. The Trotro is one of their predominantly used means of transportation out here. It's like public transportation, super cheap. And it's pretty easy to navigate, although I can't really understand what they're saying, like when they're calling out the destination, so yeah.
Say hey, everyone.
That smile on your face. That smile on your face.
This is the life.
So on my Instagram, I did a poll to see what kind of things people were interested in seeing on my vlog. Sorry if it's a little noisy. There's trucks and cars passing by, so I hope that's not picking up on the camera. But yeah, so I got a few questions like, what's the culture like, the food like, the highs, the lows, the market, and those kind of experiences. So I am so happy to answer them. So someone asked me how am I liking it so far and what are the highs and the lows. I am having the time of my life. Like, I'm having so much fun and I felt at home immediately, and I say that to everyone, but I feel so at home. It's so welcoming here and it's so fun. There's so much to do. I have been on such a high, like I'm telling you, when you first land in the motherland, like if it's your first time, it's such a different feeling. I can't even really explain it, but it is nothing I've ever felt before. Like, just a feeling of excitement, so much excitement, adventurous, like it's amazing. So I am definitely still on that high. It's only day 8, so maybe that's what that is. But yeah, the food is amazing. Like, the weather is beautiful. It's not as hot yet, like I said, but it's just still so beautiful. All of the, even the red soil, like the red earth, like it's beautiful to me. So I love that as well. So as for lows, I mean, like I said, I didn't come here with many expectations. That wasn't my goal. I've shown you guys my sleeping arrangements. Still getting adjusted to the cold showers. It's not like that everywhere, it's just like that in the hostels. So I have taken like a kettle bath, but you know, I'm not even going to get into the details of that, but just know it's not all glamorous. Yeah, like I'm not here to portray this perfect lifestyle that or experience that I'm having, although it's amazing. But yes, there's cons to everything. Like I said, the cold showers is the main thing. The coffee. So I'm a big coffee person, like very strong dark roast coffee, 1 cup a day. Like, it fills my soul. So here, especially in the hostel and around campus, they do instant coffee. And so honestly, for the first 4 days, I didn't really know where to get any type of coffee, so I didn't have any. So I am missing Starbucks, Tim Hortons, so bad. Another thing is that you really have to carry tissue with you everywhere. There's not toilet paper in every restroom. So, I mean, it's kind of similar to like a freshman year at an HBCU situation. So it honestly wasn't that hard for me to get adjusted. And I didn't come here with expectations of like a 5-star hotel. So I really can't complain that much. I don't know. Another just random weird thing is that, like, when we were at the festival, at the Chale Wote Festival, a lot of people want to take pictures with me and my friends. Like, you know, I'm like, we're black like y'all, we look like y'all, but not really, but we look like y'all. So I'm like, what's so special? So I still haven't exactly figured that out, but it is a thing. Like, so as for the culture, so far what I've learned, I still have so much to learn. But the main thing is that, like, Ghanaians run, they don't let time control them. I have a love-hate thing for it, mostly a love, especially when it came to like classes and scheduling that. But yeah, like they really, so basically there's no being late. Essentially, for most things, there's no being on time. Like, for instance, if they say they're gonna be here at 7:30, it's more so around 9 o'clock, 9:30. You know, so it's they don't let time control them, which I've noticed. But it's also a nice parallel because, you know, there's this thing called, they call their time is Ghanaian, I think it's Ghanaman time. I think it's, yeah, it's Ghanaman time. And it's essentially them not being on time. But then in the US, we also have CP time. So, I mean, and that just also alludes to one of the main reasons why I'm here in the first place, is that we have so many things that black people do as a people, as a culture, and we don't even know why we do them or why we've always done that way. Like, just for, you know, some things. And so it's just so amazing to come back to the motherland and really meet our people and a lot of the reasons why we do things. So that's so exciting. Another thing is that it's very, very safe here. It's just so safe. I mean, obviously you wouldn't walk around at night by yourself, but it's safe. Like, there's not a lot of violence. They are not very confrontational. The way they drive, you just gotta close your eyes and pray. But it's crazy because there's not a lot of accidents. And I'm gonna try to get a few clips of the driving, and it's something that you'll also just have to experience so you know what but I'm telling you, there's not a lot of regulations. There's no speed limit. There's no speed limit. It's just not regulated. But at the same time, the people really, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. So far, I mean, I really thought I was gonna really blend in, you know, but not really. People can look at me and tell that I'm not from here, that I'm not Ghanaian. I have gotten a few, you know, comments that they think that I'm Nigerian, mostly East African. Like people are like, are you Ethiopian, Eritrean? I've gotten that so much. And there's some people I'll like play with them, like, yeah, I'm from Ethiopia. I actually asked someone and they said that yes, you can tell you're of the African descent, but you still have American features. I don't know what they are. If y'all have any idea, please feel free to comment or DM me on Instagram or tweet it to me, because I have no idea. They also said that, you know, even in our speech, obviously linguistics is just, that gives away everything. They can tell that we're American. Another thing I've really noticed is that they all speak mostly English, right? There's also tree and even pigeon. I don't know if I said that right, but they mostly speak English, and it's a very proper English that I hope to even pick up on that too. And so they speak slower. Like I said, they do a lot of things just slowly and, you know, freely, but they speak slower. And another thing that I've really been working on is slowing down my speech, especially because sometimes they can't understand me, but still it makes you know, when you speak, you're speaking more clearly. So that's something I want to pick up on. Yeah, so far I've gone out maybe 7 of the 6 of the 8 days that I've been here, but the nightlife is still a part of the culture. It is so fun. We spent a lot of our time in Osu. It's in Accra. So the University of Ghana is in Legon, which is still a part of Accra, but Osu is like closer, way closer to the coast, and it is so much fun. It's not that I'm a party animal or anything, but it's, like I said, it's a part of the culture. I've met really dope people, like, while just being out. Like, they're amazing. I've met people who are half Ghanaian, half German, who also studied in the States, but now they work in Ghana, so their perspective. I met someone who's 100% Ghanaian, but they live in London and they come back to travel. They come back to visit their family a lot, so, and even their perspective of the US and Africans in London and then coming back home. As for the food, which I told you, it is so good and it's all so fresh. So for one, I have a mango every day. Every day. The mangoes are literally like this big, right? Most US mangoes, they're like this big, but the mangoes here are like this big, and they are delicious. I mean, the best mango you will ever have in your life. They are so good. And it's about 5 cedis, right? So also the exchange rate is about 4 times less than the US. So that's about $1 and some change. So yes, your dollar really does go a long way. So they eat a lot of jollof rice. They eat a lot of rice, period. So you have jollof rice, wache, which is rice and beans, fried rice, amazing. And then there's just regular white rice, which I don't see people really eating that. They eat chicken and they eat a lot of fish and some beef. A lot of the traditional dishes are fufu and banku. I haven't had fufu, or I don't think I'm saying banku right. I haven't had those 2 dishes yet, which you eat fufu like with your hands. I mostly eat, and plantains. The plantains are so good. They're so good. Yeah. So I do have to eat a lot of that in moderation. I can't really eat that all day, every day. So my typical day is coffee, a mango, and I try to eat like late in the afternoon, and then that's it. Yeah. One of the questions that I got, and it was a really good question, is what gave me the courage to travel overseas? And one of the main purposes of this vlog is to really expose, you know, a lot of the fears we may have, and expose what it's really like to go beyond the border. And to be completely candid, like, if you would have asked me maybe like even a year and a half ago, oh, did you study abroad in Africa? I would be like, absolutely not. And my reasons were I didn't want to miss a semester at school. I didn't want to miss GHO. I thought school was so fun, and obviously even those fears about the safety and will I be accepted? How will I get accustomed? It is scary to think about it, but it's so much more exciting to face those fears. And that was one of the biggest things too. There were all types of things that I heard before I came, like obviously, you know, not to drink the water. That's a given though. But even someone told me, you know, be careful about riding the churros because those drivers can be drunk or under the influence. When I got here, no, there's none of that. They're not under the influence. So that's one of the things that I really had to face my fears on. Even the food, like I honestly thought that, you know, I had to be really picky about where I ate. And yes, essentially you do, but not that much. Like, it's really not that hard to decipher, you know, what you should eat and should not eat. And honestly, I haven't even gotten sick, and I've tried everything. Like, I don't know, but that may be because I have a strong stomach. I haven't had any issues. So I mean, again, so yes, it's scary, but at the same time it is so freeing and exciting to be able to face those fears yourself. So to anyone who's scared to travel overseas, go for it. Do it. I'm telling you, it's one of the best ways to really change and grow, and to really broaden your mindset on a lot of things and give you experience. And with experience comes knowledge. You learn so much, you adjust so much. It makes you more ambiguous. It makes you more diverse in your thinking, in your ways, more modest, down to earth. So those are just a small number of the benefits of traveling overseas. So yes, like I said, I am having the time of my life. I'm having so much fun. I love it here so much, and I will continue to show you guys everything that I'm learning and experiencing. Also, please be sure to follow me on social media, especially Instagram. I do a lot of updates on my Instagram story. I do a few posts as well. So please feel free to follow me on social media. Reach out if you have questions. Please feel free to give any feedback on what are the things you want to see, you want to hear about. Just let me know. I'm here to show you guys Ghana in my perspective. So yes, please continue to tune in. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week.